Last week, we began a discussion on why so many organizations struggle when it comes to consistently hiring quality managers and leaders. I mean, most of us have had some really poor bosses or supervisors in our professional career. Now, there's a lot of factors to this, right? But there are two that I want to offer up, two leadership myths. And those myths are experience and competency. We promote managers or hire based upon experience and or competency. Now, last week we talked about experience. In case you missed that, we've included a link to that video in our session outline. So let's unpack competency. Okay, competency can be defined as knowledge plus skills. That's closely related to experience. The more experience you have, the more opportunity you have to be able to develop your competency, those knowledge plus the skills that are there. Now, also last week, one of the things I mentioned was that I've had a lot of fun jobs in my professional career. I worked in the summer camp industry for quite a while, and then after that, I got into water parks. I was on the founding team of a water park down in Texas where I served as their director of organizational development. And yes, I got to ride a lot of water slides. It was super fun. So let me tell you how this myth of competency plays out in the water park industry. So we have a lifeguard. We'll call him Larry. Lifeguard Larry. That's just a good alliteration. And you see, Larry is an exceptional lifeguard, okay? He always has a positive attitude. His skills are at the top of his team. He watches his water really well. He interacts with guests great. So what do? Next season, we promote Larry to being a lifeguard supervisor. And then we wonder why he struggles. He was such a great lifeguard. Why is he struggling as a supervisor? Because it's a different skill set. You see, Larry isn't lifeguarding a whole lot. But you know what Larry's having to do? He's having to lead a team, motivate them, hold them to high standards and expectations, navigate through conflict. Those aren't lifeguarding skills. Those aren't competency skills. Those are leadership skills. They're interpersonal skills. And that's the mistake so many organizations make. They hire managers based upon competency when there's a different skill set that they need. They need leadership and interpersonal skills. So we got to make sure we don't make the same mistake, okay? So if you're a manager, okay, do not solely hire on competency, okay? Figure out some ways to evaluate based upon leadership or interpersonal skills. And if you want to become a manager, do not fall into the trap of feeling entitled, right? I deserve to be a manager because I'm really good at my current job, right? So let's say you're a really good salesperson, you're the best salesperson on your team. That doesn't mean you're going to be a great sales manager. So here's our game plan. All right. I want you to think about what are the leadership or interpersonal skills that make people great managers in your company or organization. Now, if you're a manager, somebody who hires maybe other managers, figure out how you can evaluate those during the selection process, okay? If you want to become a manager, start focusing on developing those interpersonal skills into your life right now so you're better prepared if you do get that opportunity to be a manager. Let me leave you with our tweetable lesson. It's by Warren Bennis. The greatest leadership myth is that leaders are born. That's nonsense. In fact, the opposite is true. Leaders are made, not born.